Hi, I'm Brights. Welcome to today's video, where we're going to explore an incredibly important topic that many students and professionals often overlook. Today, we're diving into why a plan is not the same as a strategy, and how understanding this difference can completely change the way you approach your studies, work, and life goals. So, grab a seat and stay tuned because, in the next hour, we'll break it down in simple, practical ways. Let's get started. Before we dive deeper, let's take a moment to really understand the difference between plan and strategy. While they might seem similar, they serve different purposes. Understanding this distinction is key to unlocking success in any area of life. So, what exactly is a plan? And what is a strategy? Let's break it down. A plan is essentially a list of specific actions or steps you need to take to achieve a goal. Think of it as your blueprint. It outlines exactly what you're going to do, step by step, and when you're going to do it. For example, if your goal is to study for an exam, your plan might look like this: study for 30 minutes each day, review notes every weekend, and complete practice tests. It's clear, actionable, and gets you from point A to point B. While a plan can be extremely helpful in making sure you take action, it has one limitation: it's often quite rigid. It's more like a map with set instructions on how to reach a destination. If something unexpected happens, like you don't have time to study one day, or you need extra time on a certain topic, you'll have to adapt your plan. But if your plan is too fixed, this can become frustrating. That's where strategy comes in. A strategy, on the other hand, is much more than just a list of actions. It's about your overall approach. Think of it as the big picture or the guiding philosophy behind the actions you take. A strategy isn't about just checking off tasks. It's about how you go about achieving your goal in the best way possible, considering your strengths, weaknesses, and the challenges you might face along the way. For instance, your study strategy might not just be about studying every day. It might be about analyzing which topics you struggle with the most, prioritizing them, and using different study methods, like active recall or spaced repetition, to make your study time more effective. So, what's the real difference between a plan and a strategy? Focus. A plan is focused on action. It's a list of things you're going to do to reach a goal. A strategy is focused on thinking. It's your approach to tackling a goal, considering all variables and deciding the best route. Point 2. Flexibility. A plan can be rigid and fixed, as it usually doesn't leave room for changes unless you make adjustments along the way. A strategy is much more flexible. You can adapt your actions as you go, but your ultimate goal or direction remains the same. Short-term versus long-term. A plan often focuses on the immediate steps you need to take to accomplish a short-term goal. A strategy, however, is long-term. It guides your overall approach and ensures you stay aligned with your bigger objectives, no matter the obstacles. In summary, a plan is your roadmap. It tells you what to do, step by step. But a strategy is your GPS. It helps you determine the best way to get there and adapt when things don't go as planned. Both are important, but understanding when to rely on each one can help you achieve your goals more effectively. Differences between a plan and a strategy. Now that we've defined what a plan and a strategy are, let's dive into why a strategy is far more powerful than just having a plan. When you have a plan, you're focused on action, doing things. But that's not always enough. Without a clear strategy, all the action in the world might lead you in the wrong direction. So, let's break down some of the most important differences between the two. First, let's talk about flexibility. When you're working with a plan, it's often quite rigid. You've got a list of steps to follow, and if one step goes wrong or doesn't go according to plan, you might find yourself stuck or forced to start over. For example, imagine you've got a plan for a diet. You've got meals, exercises, and a strict timeline for each day. But on day 3, you miss a meal or can't make it to the gym. Suddenly, you're thrown off track. With just a plan, there's no flexibility. It feels like you've failed. Now, a strategy is more adaptable. It's like a roadmap, but one that allows you to change lanes when necessary. If something goes wrong, you can adjust your strategy and continue moving forward without feeling like you've failed. For example, in the case of dieting, your strategy might focus on long-term health goals, like maintaining balanced nutrition and finding workouts that work for your schedule. So, if you miss a day, you don't see it as a setback. You just adjust and keep going. Next, we have long-term vision. This is a major difference between a plan and a strategy. A plan is often focused on immediate results, while a strategy is centered around long-term success. Think of the difference between studying for an exam and planning your career. The plan will get you through the exam, specific steps for each subject, time to study, practice tests, but a strategy will guide your career growth for the next 10, 20, or even 30 years. A plan is necessary for short-term goals, but a strategy helps you see beyond the immediate tasks and helps you build something enduring. It's like planting seeds today and nurturing them so you can harvest a beautiful garden years from now. Let's talk about the depth of thinking involved in strategy. A strategy is not just about executing tasks, it requires you to think deeply, analyze different angles, and consider risks and rewards. With a plan, all you need to do is follow the steps. But with a strategy, you're considering multiple factors: what resources you have, what obstacles you might face, and what might give you the best chance at success. For instance, if you're planning a business, your plan might look like create a website, hire employees, and sell products. But a strategy goes much deeper. You'll need to think about your target market, your brand positioning, and how you can outmaneuver competitors. The strategy is what gives your plan purpose and direction. Finally, let's talk about how a strategy is based on your values and objectives, which is something a simple plan doesn't address. A strategy isn't just about following a set of steps, it's about making decisions that align with what truly matters to you. A strategy takes your core values, your long-term vision, and your bigger purpose into account. It's not just about doing what's on the list, it's about choosing the right tasks, based on what matters most to you. Think about a career strategy. You might have the option to take a high-paying job in a city that you don't love, or you could take a lower-paying job that aligns with your passion. The plan would say, take the job, but the strategy would help you choose the path that aligns with your values and bigger goals. In summary, a plan is about executing tasks, but a strategy is about making decisions that move you toward long-term success. A strategy gives you the ability to adapt, think critically, and stay aligned with your values. A plan can guide you in the short term, but a strategy keeps you on course in the long run. Why strategy is important for success. Now that we understand the difference between a plan and a strategy, let's discuss why strategy is critical for success. A lot of people focus solely on the steps, on the plan, and forget the deeper thinking and calculated decision-making that a strategy provides. So, why exactly is strategy important? Let's break it down. First, strategy helps you avoid pitfalls. A plan is like a list of tasks that you check off one by one. But without a strategic approach, you might find yourself running into obstacles you weren't prepared for. Let's take the example of studying for a big test. Imagine you have a study plan, read chapter 1, then chapter 2, and so on. It sounds good on paper, right? But without a strategy, you might end up spending too much time on easy chapters, while neglecting the more difficult ones that need extra attention. That's where a strategy comes in. A strategy would guide you to assess which chapters are more difficult or which concepts you need more time on. Instead of simply following a plan step by step, a strategy helps you focus your efforts where they will have the greatest impact. Next, a strategy helps you maximize your resources, whether that's time, energy, money, or people. When you work with a plan, you might not realize where you're wasting resources. But with a strategy, you think about how to get the most out of what you have. Take the example of running a business. You might have a plan that says, launch a new product next month, and promote it through social media ads. But if you don't have a strategy, you might waste money on ads that don't target the right audience, or spend too much time on tasks that don't add value to the overall goal. A strategy helps you allocate your resources, time, money, energy, more effectively. It's not just about doing things, it's about doing the right things with the resources available to you. Another reason strategy is important is that it sets you up for long-term success rather than just focusing on short-term wins. Plans often work in the moment, but strategies create lasting growth and sustainability. Imagine you're working on a career goal. A short-term plan might get you a promotion or a raise in the next few months, but a strategy will help you navigate through career changes, upskill, and build networks, leading to long-term success. A strategy ensures that you don't just achieve your goal once, you position yourself to keep achieving over time. It's about sustainability and growth rather than just hitting targets along the way. One of the most important reasons strategy is critical is its ability to help you navigate change and adapt to the unexpected. Life and business are unpredictable. If you only have a plan, you might not be prepared for sudden shifts. But with a strategy, you can adjust and pivot as needed. Think about a sudden change in the market. Maybe a competitor launches a similar product, or a global event disrupts your plans. If you're only following a plan, it might feel like everything is falling apart. But if you have a strategy, you'll have the flexibility to pivot and adapt. Strategies are built with adaptability in mind. They are not rigid or fixed. They are designed to help you react to challenges, take advantage of new opportunities, and keep moving forward no matter what obstacles arise. So, how can we see strategy in action in real life? Let's look at a couple of examples of people who have achieved success through strategic thinking. Take Steve Jobs. When he founded Apple, he didn't just follow a plan to create computers, he had a long-term vision for technology and innovation. His strategy was about revolutionizing multiple industries, computers, phones, and entertainment, and that vision led to one of the most successful companies in history. Or consider Elon Musk. His strategy wasn't just to make electric cars, it was to change the world's approach to sustainable energy. Whether through Tesla, SpaceX, or solar power initiatives, his strategy has been about creating a future that combines innovation, sustainability, and technology. In conclusion, a strategy is not just a collection of tasks, it's a calculated, thoughtful approach to achieving long-term success. It helps you avoid obstacles, maximize resources, adapt to change, and ultimately, achieve goals that last. So, the next time you're setting a goal, whether it's for a test, a career, or a business, remember that a plan might get you started, but a strategy will help you succeed in the long run. The power of strategic thinking. So, how can you start thinking strategically in your own life? Strategic thinking isn't something that happens overnight. It's a mindset, and it's a skill you can develop. Let's talk about some ways you can start implementing strategic thinking into your daily routine and your decision-making. First, it all starts with defining your long-term goal. A lot of people get stuck focusing only on what's in front of them. But if you want to make better decisions and create a path that leads to success, you need to have a clear vision of where you're going. Take a moment to really think about what you want to achieve in the future, whether it's building a career, growing your business, or improving your personal life. Once you've identified your long-term goal, you can design a strategy around it. The key here is that a strategy isn't just about taking the next step, it's about understanding the bigger picture and creating a roadmap to get there. Remember, your long-term goal is like the destination on a map, and your strategy is the path you choose to get there. It's not just about completing tasks, it's about aligning everything you do with that ultimate destination. Next, let's talk about assessing your resources. One of the greatest things about strategic thinking is that it's about working with what you have, what skills, time, and resources are available to you. Strategic thinking requires you to evaluate your current situation. What skills and strengths do you have? Are there any areas where you're lacking and need to improve? How much time do you have, and what are the constraints you face? Think about any obstacles that could stand in your way, whether that's a lack of resources, external factors like competition, or personal challenges. The more you understand your resources, the better you'll be at making informed decisions. Your strategy is about leveraging your strengths and addressing your weaknesses to move closer to your long-term goals. A good strategist knows exactly what they can work with and adapts their approach to fit those realities. Another key element of strategic thinking is embracing adaptability. Life rarely goes according to plan. The ability to adapt is what separates successful strategic thinkers from those who get stuck when things don't go their way. Think of it like this: if you're driving to a destination and suddenly hit traffic, what do? Do you sit there and complain, or do you adapt and take an alternate route to get to your goal? The same applies to your goals. You need to be flexible and open to change. Strategic thinkers know that plans can shift, resources may change, and obstacles can appear unexpectedly. Instead of being rigid and sticking to a plan that no longer works, they embrace flexibility, reframe their goals, and find alternative solutions to keep moving toward their long-term vision. The last point I want to make is about continuously reassessing and improving your strategy. A strategy isn't static, it's a living, breathing process that you need to adjust as you go along. As you work through your plan, take time to regularly reassess your progress. Are you moving toward your long-term goals? Are there new opportunities that have opened up? Have any obstacles shifted, and do you need to adjust your approach? Strategic thinking is about evolution. It's about learning from your experiences and adjusting your approach based on new information or changes in your environment. That means always striving for improvement, always looking for ways to do things more efficiently, and always being ready to learn from both successes and failures. So, to recap, if you want to develop strategic thinking, start by defining your long-term goals, assessing your resources, embracing adaptability, and continuously reassessing your progress. It's not a one-time effort, it's an ongoing practice. By incorporating these principles into your daily routine, you'll be able to make smarter decisions and move toward your goals more effectively. Real-life examples of plans versus strategies. Let's now explore a couple of real-life examples to illustrate how plans and strategies work differently. Sometimes, people think they're doing one when they're actually doing the other. By understanding these distinctions, you'll be able to see where a simple plan might fall short and where strategic thinking can take you to the next level. Let's start with a business launch. You might think the most important part of starting a business is creating a solid business plan. And yes, the plan is vital, but a strategy is what's going to make your business stand out in a competitive marketplace. Your business plan might include a series of actions like registering your company, building a website, hiring employees, and securing financing. It's a list of steps to achieve a specific goal. But here's the thing: having a plan like this doesn't guarantee success. You need a strategy to navigate the market and outmaneuver your competition. A strategy, in this case, isn't just about executing tasks. It's about positioning yourself in the market. How will you differentiate your business? Who are your competitors, and what do they do well, or poorly? Your strategy will guide you on the why behind every action, not just the how. Your business strategy will also address long-term growth. How will you scale over the next 3, 5, and 10 years? You can't plan every detail that far in advance, but a strategy helps you anticipate future challenges and opportunities so you're better prepared to adapt as the market shifts. So, while your business plan gives you the structure and step-by-step actions, your strategy helps you anticipate the market, identify where you'll stand out, and plan for sustainable growth. Now, let's look at something more personal: studying for a degree. Most students create a study plan. It's easy to think that studying for exams or completing assignments on time is all you need. But, just like in business, the real magic happens when you think strategically about your education. Your study plan might involve simple things like setting aside specific hours for studying, completing assignments on time, and maybe reviewing your notes before exams. These are important steps, but they only cover the immediate task at hand. But without a strategy, you might miss some critical aspects. A strategy takes your learning to a deeper level by helping you assess your strengths and weaknesses in different subjects. For example, if you're great at memorizing but struggle with understanding complex theories, your strategy might involve different study techniques for each subject. You could use active recall for subjects where memorization is key, and spaced repetition for subjects where long-term retention is needed. Your study strategy could also include collaborating with classmates to enhance learning. You might join study groups, attend review sessions, or seek additional resources like online tutorials or tutoring. Your study plan will get you through the semester, but your study strategy will ensure you understand the material deeply, apply it effectively, and perform well on exams. It's about working smarter, not just harder. Let's expand on these concepts with a few more examples from different areas of life. Think about fitness. A fitness plan might be a workout schedule: go to the gym 3 times a week, do cardio on Mondays, strength training on Wednesdays, and so on. This is a plan that lays out the steps for getting fitter. But a fitness strategy goes deeper. It involves thinking about your overall health goals. Do you want to lose weight, gain muscle, or improve endurance? Your strategy will determine the best workout regime, nutrition plan, and lifestyle adjustments to achieve those goals. Without a strategy, you could follow a workout plan that doesn't align with your body's needs, or worse, set yourself up for burnout. But with a strategy, you tailor your efforts to the results you want and make adjustments as you go. Here's another example: managing personal finances. A financial plan might include budgeting, paying bills on time, saving a percentage of your income, and investing for retirement. That's a great plan, but your strategy is about how you'll grow your wealth over time. It involves considering your income sources, evaluating investments, and diversifying your financial portfolio to maximize returns. A strategy also includes the mindset and actions you take in response to financial setbacks or market fluctuations. Without a strategy, you might follow a budget but still struggle to build wealth. With a strategy, you align your financial actions with long-term goals, positioning yourself for greater financial success. As we've seen in all these examples, plans and strategies are closely linked but serve very different purposes. A plan is about what needs to be done, while a strategy is about why and how you'll do it in the best possible way. Plans guide your actions, but strategies direct them toward achieving bigger, long-term goals. Now, you should be able to recognize when you need a plan versus when you need a strategy. Both are important, but it's the strategy that makes your efforts more effective and sustainable. Clarify your vision. The first step in building a strategy is to clarify your vision. This is about knowing exactly what you want to achieve in the long run. It's not just about the next milestone or immediate outcome, it's about your ultimate goal. Ask yourself, what do I really want? What does success look like for me in the bigger picture? Maybe you want to become a successful entrepreneur, finish your degree with honors, or lead a healthy lifestyle. Whatever it is, it's crucial to define your vision clearly so that every action you take is aligned with this larger goal. Be specific. I want to grow my business by 50% in the next 5 years, is more actionable than simply I want to be successful. Having a clear vision gives you direction, and it's the foundation upon which your entire strategy will be built. Once you know where you want to go, it's much easier to figure out how to get there. The next step is to understand the challenges that could stand in your way. Every goal has obstacles, whether they are internal or external. These might include a lack of time, limited resources, skills gaps, or even unforeseen circumstances. By identifying these challenges early on, you can plan for them. Maybe you need to improve your time management skills or find a way to gather more resources. The key here is not to be discouraged by challenges, but to anticipate and address them proactively. Consider the resources at your disposal and where you might need extra help. A good strategy will factor in these challenges and provide solutions that help you navigate through them. This could involve creating contingency plans or finding ways to develop the necessary skills and resources. Now, let's talk about setting priorities. Once you've defined your vision and understood the challenges, the next step is deciding what's most important to focus on. Not everything can be a priority, so you need to determine which tasks or actions will have the greatest impact on your goal. Think about which actions will move you closest to your vision. If you're starting a business, your priority might be conducting market research or creating your product. If you're studying for an exam, your priority might be focusing on your weakest subjects or reviewing the most important material. Set clear priorities to ensure you're working on what matters most. This is where strategy differs from just planning. It's about making intentional choices. When you focus on your priorities, you maximize your time and energy, ensuring that your efforts are always aligned with your end goal. The final step in creating a strategy is to evaluate your progress regularly. You can have the best plan and strategy, but if you don't measure whether your actions are bringing you closer to your goal, you might be wasting time or energy. Check in on your goals periodically. Are you on track to meet your target? Are there any unexpected challenges you didn't anticipate? Regularly assessing your progress allows you to adjust your strategy if things aren't working as planned. Sometimes, you'll need to change your approach, and that's okay. Adjusting your strategy isn't a sign of failure, it's a smart way to optimize your path toward success. By evaluating your progress, you'll know when to double down on successful tactics and when to pivot from strategies that aren't working. So, in summary, creating a strategy involves 5 essential steps. Clarify your vision, know where you're going and make your goal specific and measurable. Understand the challenges, identify obstacles early and plan how to overcome them. Set priorities, focus on the tasks that will have the greatest impact on your goal. Evaluate your progress, check regularly to ensure you're on the right track, and adjust your strategy as needed. Remember, a strategy isn't static. It's a dynamic tool that helps you stay focused, adaptable, and on track as you work toward your ultimate goal. Whether you're building a business, working toward a personal goal, or planning a project, these steps will guide you toward success. With a solid strategy, you'll not only reach your goals but also ensure your journey is effective and sustainable. We've covered a lot today, and I hope you're starting to see the critical role strategy plays in achieving long-term success. Throughout this session, we've learned that while a plan can help you get through the day and tackle immediate tasks, a strategy is the key to navigating the bigger picture and ensuring lasting results. A strategy is more than just a set of actions, it's a roadmap that keeps you on track, focused on your ultimate goal, and prepared for the twists and turns along the way. Think about it, whether you're studying for a test, working towards a promotion, or building a business, your strategy is your guiding force. It's your vision of where you want to go, the flexibility to adapt to changing circumstances, and the clear direction that helps you stay focused despite challenges. Your strategy will help you assess the resources you have, the obstacles you might face, and the best path forward, step by step. It's like being the captain of your own ship, steering through rough waters with confidence, knowing that your strategy will help you reach your destination, no matter how challenging the journey might be. I hope that after watching this video, you feel more empowered to start thinking strategically in your own life. Whether it's for your personal goals, career, or business ventures, taking the time to develop a well-thought-out strategy can make all the difference. The key is to take action and make small adjustments as you go, always keeping your larger vision in mind. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content like this. Share your thoughts in the comments. What strategies are you working on? What goals are you focused on? I'd love to hear how you're applying strategic thinking to your own life. Thank you for watching, and I encourage you to start applying strategic thinking today. Remember, a well-thought-out strategy doesn't just set you up for success, it makes that success sustainable and rewarding. Until next time, stay strategic and keep moving toward your goals with purpose.